Well, I'm on the farm here today, and I'm with my John Deere 335 round baler. I got a few things I want to do with it, uh, and then I believe we're ready to go to the field. The weather is turning favorable. We got a rain tomorrow evening, and then I think we're going to have about 7 days of clear skies. So we're really going to hammer these fields to the extent we can. Try to just get it all done, really. So the first thing on the agenda is, we welded this thing up. My brother did, and I got it painted and made sure I got plenty of runs. And I need to put this thing back on this baler, and it sits back up in here like that. Let me get it and I'll come back. So just a little FYI, if you're going to crawl up under that baler in order to put that bolt in and the other one, when you take your brand new tube of Loctite, be sure and cut the tip off of it before you get all the way up under there, so you don't have to back out like I just did. Go find a knife and cut it off. Alright, I got this flap bracket, whatever it is, on here. I don't know if you can see that or not. And I'm guessing that the purpose of this is that when hay comes down off of this belt, it'll hit this thing and deflect off instead of going down in this knife assembly and messing everything up. But while I'm under here, just kind of looking, my head's in this direction, but let me flip myself around. Kind of give you a glimpse. The light's a little better. This right here is the guide that keeps the twine on the left side of the bale at the right distance. And then obviously the belts and the pickup. I guess that's what you'd call the starter roll. Some people weld a bead of weld on the edge of this flat bar right here to get a better grip on the hay. I might do that. Some people will put another bar down in here all the way around. I might do that too one of these days, but first thing I want to do is just try to get this thing to the field and see what I got. Now I've got that arm extended, and I got one more thing I want to do here. So this little guide right here, these are the stops for putting the twine on the baler, and when it gets all the way over, when that twine knife gets all the way over, there's a spider. When that twine knife gets all the way over, that's when it actuates the knife and cuts the twine. So what I wanted to do was to kind of get a visual inspection for where this is at. For some reason, I'm thinking that this guy right here was not coming all the way over. And when I had trouble with it jamming up, it moved in that direction a little bit more. And I've got to go back and look at some of my videos. But there's a rod right here that follows this twine arm, and it goes through this bale casing, and see what it looks like. Yeah. So right there it is. And I don't know, for some reason I'm thinking that maybe that twine arm may not been coming all the way over. There's nothing in there that can hit it. So this wind guard or compression rack has 4 bars, which I believe that's the way they came factory. And you can add 2, 3, 4. You can add 4 more to this thing. But in light hay, what the book says is take this thing out, and that might have been part of my problem. So let me get on to the next thing. So what I've done here is I've taken a Sharpie. See, it says Sharpie, and I put a black mark right there, and I'll just kind of keep an eye on that as this twine arm comes over. And if for some reason it wants to stop here or here, you know, I know I may have an issue, but I know it's all the way over, and I know that mark kind of marks the spot where this thing's at. And I'll do the same thing on the other end, and I'll show you that here in just a minute. Alright, so I got my John Deere 5055D over here, and I got the remotes hooked up for the twine arm. And what I want to do is I want to move this thing around. Let me get over here and I'll show you. So I want to move this twine arm so it comes over and just is right up against this, but maybe not touching, maybe off of it a little bit. And then I know that I'll have a place that I know where I can stop, and I'll mark it on that kind of label right there, just like I did for the other side. And what that does for me, I can stop there, let it wrap more twine on the ends, and if I want to go back across, because right now I don't know, if I'm not careful, I'll send it too far forward and I'll cut the twine, and that's not what I want to do. So let me make that kind of mark that spot. Alright, so if I come right there, I've still got a fair amount of room between here, and here, for a little bit of wiggle room. And let me walk back over here. And so if I'm right on the edge of that black hash mark, then that's really my complete travel from here to here. And so I might put a little extra mark right here, and so I'll know from the tractor seat that that's as far this way as I want to go. But if I want to cut the twine, I'll go even further. So let me do that. So hopefully I can see that. But I do know that I don't want to go to the edge of the yellow. I just got to try to remember this stuff, which is a challenge. And then I can go back across if I want to. So I feel like I know the range of the twine arm now, without cutting the twine. So right there it is in the home position, and the twine's cut. So that's good. We'll see what it looks like on the other side on the on that label. I don't know if you can see it. It only moves just a little bit from that mark, so I might be wise to just stop right here. And then I know once I go past this mark here, I'm cutting that twine territory. So, all right, well, that's good to know. Like I said, I'm still in a learning curve on this baler, so this is some time well spent here. All right, so the next item I want to deal with. Right now this twine comes out of this baler just like that. and that's fine. But this twine right here, I forget the size of it. Let me see. This is 20,000. It's so thin, it's hard to see if it's moving. And so what I did is I bought one of these wheels. Get over here out of the glare so you can see it. And I want to put that on there so that it'll turn. Oddly enough, there's no black mark on it, so I guess I'll use my Sharpie to put one on there. But in the book, it shows this wheel sitting like right here, maybe right here if it's dual twine arm, but this is single twine arm. And so when I look at this twine and I look at this guide right here, I think to myself, I believe the best position for that twine might be, I don't know, I'm gonna use one of these two slots to put that wheel on and see what I got. Got it kind of sitting on there, and I've got the twine wrapped around like this and down to here. Now I want to move it down to this location. Let's kind of see what that looks like. I might like that a little bit better. The angle coming off of it, I might like a little bit better. I thought about in this position bringing it off so it would come down like that. My thought was that if it came off here, it'd be more in line with this thing. But really all I'm after is to see to it that this thing spins when the twine is being pulled. And that's kind of a more direct shot into the angle of this loop right here. And if you say, well, what does the manual say? Well, again, it wants it up here, but there's no hole. And I mean, that's not bad. It certainly gets it off of that. But let me route it in the opposite direction and see what it looks like. Alright, so I got it routed in the opposite direction. It kind of lines up there, not too bad. But then if I bring it down here, I don't think I like that at all. I believe I want it coming off the, I believe I want it to come off of this side. So let me set that up. Well, I dropped it. Such is life for a humble haymaker. Let me get all this crap back up here. I'll come back. So while I got everything off the ground, basically what we got here is this wheel. And we got a little bushing right here. Washer on top, which I've already got here. I reckon you can see that. And then on the back side there's a little keeper for the string. Goes on there kind of sort of like that. And then a nut. Well, you put a washer on it and then the nut. And I guess they gave me an extra washer. So let me set this thing up here and I'll torque it down. Alright, so I got this thing on and I settled for this lower slot. I felt like it brought the twine off a little more vertical, I hope. I hope it doesn't rub up against the side right here and then it maybe wear on that. But there's two things left to do. The first thing is to paint a mark on this thing so you can actually tell that it's spinning. So the second thing is to pull some twine out of the baler. And daggone, I reckon you can see that. Spinning around, that's what I need. So what we got here is we got a repair that is complete, that little shield or bracket back there, and we got this twine disc right here that hopefully will spin and I can see it from the driver's seat. So I think the only thing that's left to do now is get some consecutive sunny skies and we'll start baling. And give this 335 baler another chance. I designed a lot of stuff as a hotshot engineer in my day job, but I don't think I ever designed anything quite as trifling as that piece right there. So that's the video. The John Deere 335. I mean, I'm hoping that I'll be able to cut some hay here real soon, and let's get this 2024 season behind us. So hopefully this video wasn't too tedious or long. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment, and we'll talk to you later.